What's up, guys? Day 243 of my 365-day adventure slash challenge. I got my little man Tintin here. He's chilling. And today I am talking about freedom of speech, freedom of press, okay? I have posted a lot in my stories about London Real and Brian Rose's interview of David Icke, who does a lot of conspiracy theories and, is speaking his mind. And YouTube has taken down those videos and basically said that they are going against the community guidelines. And the community guidelines are basically saying that anything that is conversation around COVID-19 or, you know, 5G, like all these different things, if they're, to be real, questioning them too much or saying too much about them or disagreeing with any of these top organizations like the CDC and World Health Organization and BBC News and Fox News, just all the major news channels and all of that. If you're going against what they are thinking or saying, then it's pretty much getting taken down. That is what I got out of that, and I read the guidelines today myself. And I love you, Brian Rose, because you are a G, literally. Like, you are starting a kind of resistance, as you had said. And I had talked to my dad about this probably the day that I saw this video, and just saying, like, there is something, there are other things happening here besides the virus. Is the virus real? Yes, people have died. My friend lost his brother today. That is real. I'm not at all saying this virus is not real. But what's happening is there's a lot of other things going on and domino effects from this whole thing that are really going to be affecting our lives. And it is interesting because a lot of the things David Icke does say is happening. So I'm just going to sit back and watch. And I think it's very important that, one, we live to the identity of kind of, I'm in America, the American dream of you can do whatever you want, you can be whoever you want, and kind of the sky's the limit is what they teach you in elementary school. And that we have these freedoms, we have a right to be who we want to be, say what we want to say. That's why we have these First Amendments and things like that. And I will personally say, this is my own opinion, that I think some of that is an illusion. They like to let us think that we have these rights, and in some ways we don't. And especially with YouTube pulling down this video and not allowing people to see this interview, which was the second most streamed interview at that time, second most watched, I should say. And this is a man who's an older man who's just sharing his thoughts, his opinions, his theories. And they're like, nah, we do not want people to be fed this information. And again, it's not that I think this information is real and everyone needs to believe it. That's not what this is about. This is about you having the freedom to think what you want to think and share it to whoever you want to share it with. And I'm assuming YouTube is getting pressure from somebody that's like, no, this will not be allowed. So they're like, okay, and they'll pull it down. Who somebody is, I don't know. But again, makes me question, why can we not actually have these rights? Why are we not allowed to say what we want to say, print what we want to print, and where else in history have these things happened? It has happened so many times in history, and we look back at those moments and we go, what the hell were those people thinking? Why didn't those people rise up? Why didn't they say something? It's because it's brainwashing, y'all. You all need to take control of your minds and realize, like, who am I? What do I believe? What are my values? Like, let me look at everything here. Let me assess. Let me make my own opinion, And that's why I think information's important, and it's about having a conversation. And, Brian Rose was saying, let's do some studies around these things. Let's do this. Let's look at this. And they don't even want us to look at that stuff. Why? Now you're just having people ask why, okay? Which, of course, people's minds go to, someone's guilty. And then there are probably a ton of people that believe in a lot of these conspiracies. And I'm not going to lie. I think there's some of these things that I'm like, I see things unfolding. Some things may possibly be true. Maybe there's certain truths in some of it. But again, this is about being able to at least Talk about it. If we can't talk about it and they're saying, nope, that's not what's going to happen, and it's not like we're hanging out on the street corner or like meeting up at Starbucks, the only way we can communicate right now is through the internet. And now you want to control the internet, you want to control what we hear, what we're looking at, right? And we're looking to the organizations that have always led, right? CDC, World Health Organization, Fox News, CNN, like all of these companies that have reputations for being known to side with a Republican Party or a Democratic Party or whatever. And I'm not saying it's political, but it's blatant. Like everyone could say, okay, Fox News is very Republican. All right, cool. And are people being paid off? I don't know. I don't know how that works. But what I do know is if you're living in a Western country, in America especially, you have a First Amendment, you should be able to speak your mind. And to censor it is to take away our freedoms. And I will say Brian Rose is in England. The show is London Real. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I would like to think that we are a community of people where we can be honest with each other and share our minds and to share and speak what we need to speak. And I'm sharing this today, freedom of speech, because I don't think it's right. And I believe that we need to watch our freedoms. We need to see how a lot of this stuff is going to unfold and learn from the past. Because even if we just take it back to Jesus, people weren't ready for what Jesus was going to preach. I don't even consider myself a Christian. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe Jesus was like a blogger and he was out there like spreading his word and whatever he thought. Potato, potato. Maybe he is the Son of God. I don't know. Either way, I don't really care. Believe what you want to believe. But he should have been able to speak his mind. But no, they nailed him to a freaking cross. Because he had a new thought. He had a new way of thinking. You guys, Nazis, how we treated African Americans in America. You sit at the back of the bus. You can't go in this restroom. You can't drink out of that water fountain. Y'all, that's crazy. I know there's still racist people out there, but y'all crazy. Your mindset, to me, is in the past. We need to elevate. We need to be here now. We need to realize you're not even your body anyways. You are not black. You are not white. You are not Hispanic. You are not Christian. You are not Muslim. That is your ego. That is not real. What's real is your soul, which is a vibrational energy, and that's it. That's my opinion. Okay? So in that, when I look at it that way, we truly are all equal. So why don't we actually live that and represent it? And again, this is why I feel so passionate about freedom of speech. Hello, I like to talk. That's why I do these videos. And I will fight for my freedom exactly like Brian Rose is. Brian Rose, I respect you very much. And I love that you are putting everything on the line, your reputation, all these other things, for people to be able to speak what they want to speak. That is so important, you guys. That should be just a God-given right. And when you look at countries that's suppressed, whether it's like because of the sex that you are or whatever, like, and I've had this conversation before where I've told people I'm not going to go march in a woman's march for women's rights. And that probably sounds really like, oh God, somebody might really come at me for that. But nah, it was Mother Teresa that said, I'm not going to march in an anti-war march. She said, but when you have a march for peace, I'll be there. That's how I see it. I'm not pro-man. I'm not pro-female. I'm not pro-white. I'm not pro-black. I'm not pro-Christian. I'm not pro-whatever. I'm pro-truth. And to me, freedom is truth. That's why everybody wants it. Tell me you don't want freedom. That is truth. And your truth is you are a soul having a human experience. You are a human being. So I am pro-human being and our freedoms that come along with that. So, shoot. Freedom of the press, guys. I'm going to fight for that too. Peace out. Speak your mind.